Hello. On Sunday, I woke up and it was snowing. And I thought about this story. This story is called Bear Has a Story to Tell. And it's by Philip Stead and Aaron Stead. And guess where they live? They live in Michigan. Just like we live in Michigan. So I bet they know about snow. I wonder if Bear's story will be about snow. That might be why I was reminded of this story. There's the title page. Bear has a story to tell. It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. Do you know what bears do in the winter? They hibernate. But first, Bear had a story to tell. Mouse, would you like to hear a story? Asked Bear with a yawn. I'm sorry, Bear said Mouse, but it's almost winter and I have many seeds to gather. Bear helped Mouse find seeds on the forest floor. When they had finished, Mouse said, "See you soon," and he tunneled underground to wait for spring. He's going to hibernate too. A bear took slow, sleepy steps through the forest. Fallen leaves were crunching under his feet. "Hello, Duck," said Bear, sitting down to rest his tired legs. "Would you like to hear a story?" "I'm sorry, Bear," said Duck, "but it's almost winter and I'm getting ready to fly south." "I will miss you, Duck," said Bear, so he raised a paw to check the direction of the wind. "I will miss you too," said Duck, and he flew away. Ducks, like a lot of other birds, migrate in the winter. They fly to somewhere warmer so they can find food. The sun was heavy and hung low in the sky. Bear's eyelids were getting heavy too. He counted the colors to stay awake. 3 pink clouds, 2 red leaves, 1 green frog. "Hello, Frog. Would you like to hear a story?" "I'm sorry, Bear," said Frog, "but it's almost winter. I have to find a warm place to sleep." Bear dug a frog-sized hole between 2 evergreens. Then he tucked Frog under a blanket of leaves and pine needles. "Thank you, Bear," said Frog. "I will see you in the spring." The frog is going to bromate. It's a lot like hibernating, but it's what frogs do. Bear leaned against an old oak tree. He stretched and yawned and scratched at his belly. "I wonder if Mole is awake," he thought. Oops, I have to turn the book for this one. "Mole, are you there, Mole?" Mole is underground. See his tunnels? There he is. Mole was already asleep. "Good night, Mole," said Bear with a sigh. Oh, look at that. The first winter snowflakes began to fall. Uh-oh, I can't turn the page. There we go. There's Bear. He's hibernating. Many months passed, and the sun returned. It melted the snow and woke the trees. Bear rolled out onto the green grass. "It's spring! Now I can tell my story." But first, Bear brought Mouse an acorn. "Thank you, Bear." Mouse was hungry after a long winter. "Welcome home, Duck," called Bear. "You must be tired from your journey." Bear showed Duck a shady mud puddle that he'd found. Oops. It's getting harder to turn the pages. Bear placed Frog in the sunshine until he was warm and awake. Frog opened one eye and then the other. "Good morning," said Bear. Bear, Mouse, Duck, and Frog waited all day long for Mole to wake up. Finally, Mole poked his nose out of the moonlight. "Mole," said Bear, "would you like to hear a story?" Bear gathered his friends. He sat up straight and he cleared his throat. He puffed out his chest, and with all of his friends listening, is he ready to tell his story? See if I can get the page to turn. Bear could not remember his story. It was such a good story, he said, hanging his head. But winter is a long time for a bear to remember. The friends sat together, quiet for a minute, while Bear is thinking. Can you see how the sky is being painted here? I can tell that Aaron used a paintbrush to paint that picture. Can you tell that? It's pretty cool. Okay, did he think of his story? Then Mouse said, maybe your story's about a bear. And Duck said, maybe your story is about the busy time just before winter. I think there should be other characters in it too, said Frog. Like a mole, said Mole, and a mouse, and a duck, and a frog. Bear sat up straight again. He cleared his throat. He puffed out his chest, and he began his story with... It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. I feel like I've heard that before. Let's go back to the beginning of the book for a minute. Look at that. The first page. It was almost winter, and Bear was getting sleepy. And if we go all the way to the end, that's the same picture. This whole book was Bear's story about how he and his friends get ready for winter. It's getting colder now. We're going to see some snow. And the animals get ready just like we do when we get our boots out and our coats and our snow pants and our mittens. I wonder if you could tell a story about how you get ready for winter.